All right, I'm gonna give you guys a quick update on the property. I came out real fast just to check on some things. It's been a while, we've had lots of rain, and long story short, we have lots to do out here. The grass and the weeds have completely taken over our orchard rows. They need to be mowed down, they need to be mulched heavily. Some of this grass is almost up to my knee. Some of the weeds are almost up to my chest. The rain, the fertilizer we put down for our plants, and the heat has really just provided perfect conditions for this grass and all of these things that we don't want to really just take off. So this is where the blueberries were planted down this front row, pear trees in the back, some nut trees, persimmon. And as you can see, there is grass and weeds covering all of this. Now in the middle of this clearing right here, it's not so bad because this is where they were driving the trucks back and forth. And out here where they've been clearing, it's not very bad. But where we planted and roped off so that our trees didn't get messed up is really heavy with weeds and grass. We've got some blueberries on our plants that have ripened. Our pear trees look great. Pecan trees look great. We've lost some of our blueberries. I think I counted 4 blueberry bushes that seem to have died. They might come back. I'm not going to pull them just yet. They could come back next year. The roots could be fine, so I'll leave them. But as you can see, they're surrounded by weeds. All that does is, you know, provide competition for these plants. There's a blackberry in the middle of all of this, so all of it has to be cleared away. This persimmon right here never took off. It's dead. That needs to come out. These rows need to be cleared. Another dead blueberry bush. Yeah, and I mean, that's just part of it. We've got blueberry down here. We also have snakes out here, so I don't want this grass to be too heavy around these plants where we need to be walking. But there's some blueberries in there. I'll pick these before we go. Okay, this is the other side where we had our raspberry canes planted. That one right here, it doesn't look like it took off. This one did take off, but it's got some grass that needs to be cut down around it. This one right here took off, so I'm really having to look to find these things now because everything has grown up so much with the change in the weather. Got another raspberry right here in the middle. This lavender looks like it's in nice shape. This lavender over here looks like it's doing well. Need me to pick you up? Our kumquat tree looks great. It's covered in grass and weeds around the bottom. The roses seem to be surviving. This tangerine tree, the top of it is dead. It's getting new greenery across the bottom. So I'm gonna leave that for now. It might make a comeback. Other rose is fine. This fig is doing well. We've got small fruits on it. So that's exciting. A positive in the midst of all these weeds. Might get some figs soon. Another fig down here. Barely noticeable amongst the weeds. Our thyme is still kicking. Got another fig. It's doing fine. Just needs to be weeded. Our chamomile is still alive. It looks like it flowered and set seeds, but we never saw those flowers because we were busy traveling. And then this loquat seems like it's doing okay, but again, all of this needs to come out from around it. I'm not terribly surprised about the way things have grown up out here. That's just kind of part of it, but we have to get a handle on it early before these things go to seed. Here is a look at the grapevine trellis and what's going on around it. The asparagus is right here in the middle, and it's grown quite well. Our grapes are taking off. There are a couple grapes here and there on some of our plants. That's what that end looks like. And this is the rest of the trellis. So as you can see, like, I can't even get in the middle of this. I don't have snake boots on, so I'm not even going to try to. But there are grapes in the middle of all of that grass. So that has to be sorted out. And the rest of the trellis pretty much looks the same. Okay, the last thing I wanted to talk about is the back side of our orchard garden space. That kind of backs up to a service road, and there's another property on the other side of the service road that's been cleared out. So it looks like we'll have some neighbors at some point, but we are planning on planting a privacy screening across that back side. We are going to be using hybrid willows. We've got those rooting at home, and hopefully they take off well. So we have all intentions of closing that space off. We like our privacy. So that's the plan for that. And I will update you guys when we come back out to clean this up and get it in shape. All right, before we go, we are going to go ahead and pick some blueberries and dig for potatoes because we're here. What do you have in your bag?
Blueberries.
It's not hard to see. They're all the way in the corner.
Yeah.
Here we go. Little handful of berries. Not bad for year one. We just finished digging for potatoes, and the harvest wasn't that great, honestly. I think we pretty much broke even. So we've got a handful of potatoes and a handful of blueberries that we're going home with today, and a big list of things that we are going to come out here and get accomplished over the next few days. Out of the property today, I came back to get some mulching done, some weeding done, and I'm just going to be taking some time lapse as I work. So I hope you guys enjoy. So that row is done. This middle row, which doesn't look like much of a row anymore, is done. Got the pomegranate right here, a couple of blueberry, and then one more blueberry all the way on the end. These blank spaces will just get filled in as we go. Okay, I'm at the other side now. We came over with the mulch. I don't have any more cardboard left, so full transparency, I am using landscape fabric, and my plan is just going to be go ahead, put this down for the time being so I can smother this stuff out, and as I collect more cardboard, the trees that have landscape fabric around them, pull the fabric and lay the cardboard, which shouldn't be too difficult. All I have to do is just move the mulch aside. So that's the plan for now. I'm going to go ahead and knock out these last couple of rows, and I will probably come back tomorrow and hit the grapevine trellis. I got 3 of 4 rows finished today, and we are gonna go ahead and call it a day. I'm feeling pretty good about what we got accomplished. Tomorrow I'll come back out, do the last row and the grape trellis.